What is going on, everybody? Um, just wanted to give a quick little live update. During this, I'll try to go live as much as possible. Let me get further into the screen here. I didn't adjust my camera back properly. Um, DHEC has now officially been able to put it on their website that Union County has their first case of the coronavirus. And guys, don't fret because it will not be the last. Like I said yesterday, at around about 1, 2 o'clock, somewhere in that area, I did a video talking about, the coronavirus is active, is here. A lot of people were skeptical. That's absolutely fine. You deserve that right. But don't forget the day before that, actually the 2 days before that, I kept saying, guys, you just got to be ready because it's coming. There's no way that we don't get it. But let me get it pulled up here, and there we go. All right, so here we go. So new positive cases, as you can see, Union County right here. Union County has one case, and another case is actually being monitored. Now, this person is not confirmed with it. They're being monitored to, possibly see if they have it. Spartanburg has 5 cases. Like I said yesterday, DHEC is predicting 9 to 10 cases for Union County, possibly. They said by the end of this weekend, but it's more likely it'll probably take a couple of days. But my thing is with all this, listen, DHEC knows what's going on. They obviously have the numbers. Hey, Patricia, and everybody knows what's coming. The governor has also announced that, and somebody's got to help me understand what the governor is saying. Because when I read it, I can't figure it out. He says that anybody traveling from outside of South Carolina into the state, into South Carolina, for 2 or more days needs to self-quarantine for 2 weeks. So if they're only here to stay 2 or 3 days, how are they going to quarantine for 2 weeks? Or is he saying that, when you get back home, you need to self-quarantine for 2 weeks? I don't, or is he saying when you get here, if you're going to be here more than 2 days, you need to self-quarantine here for 2 weeks? I was a little confused by that. If anybody has any kind of clarity on that, please let me know. What's up, Jared? Doing all right, brother? Nick, Lynn, Josh, Nancy, Kathy, Brandon, Tina, Patricia again. Yeah, that confused me, Elise. I didn't understand it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he's saying that if you stay here longer than 2 days, self-quarantine when you get home for 2 weeks. I have no clue. But how can you tell an out-of-stater what to do when they get home in another state? So I don't know what he means. Maybe he's just offering advice. I don't know. So hopefully, what's up, Dennis? What's up, Crystal? Everybody, glad y'all were able to watch. We got a little bit of information, some good, not all bad. We got some good information coming up here in just a second. They could be bringing the virus from another country or another county into our county. They must be quarantined here for 2 weeks. See, that's going to be tough. They may not have it prepared. One for staying at a hotel. That's the question. What are hotels doing? Are hotels, nobody's talked about hotels. We've talked about, grocery stores. I have not heard a single word about hotels. Are they being allowed to have people come in? I would think that's one of the first things that you shut down is hotels, but I haven't heard nothing about that. I just thought of that. Don't know why. But like I say, DHEC finally was able to put us up. Everybody was thinking that, let's be real for a second. Everybody was thinking that oh, Kyle, look at that. He can't even confirm. I was trying to tell everybody, DHEC's behind a day behind, that they're so backed up. And, you know, a lot of our local medias wasn't going to post it. And when I got it confirmed by a couple of agencies, we had another media outlet here in Union who kind of made a butt out of themselves to say there isn't a confirmed case, despite a report talking about us. And then it wasn't even 20 minutes later, they posted, a post on Facebook. There actually is a case here, you know, no apologies, no nothing. Just a shot and, and went on about their business, but nobody ever calls that out. Nobody ever calls out when, these other media outlets here in Union make a mistake, and a massive one like that. But we're not going to talk about that. Just wanted to throw that out there one more time. Do have some good news. We're going to wait till just about the end for that one for the Jamie Davis. It's going to be good on that one, guys. You're going to want to stick around. If you have any interest in Jamie Davis whatsoever, that you want to hear. But this stimulus bill, I see that it is still, they have not completely officially, as far as I know. Now, they could have since the last time I've looked. They are still debating this thing, but they're saying that it's going to get signed and done. There was some misinformation that it was already signed, but guys, they're talking about $2 trillion. Do not forget, this thing started out at $850 billion. That's what the Republicans and Trump brought to the table, and that was just going to simply cover small businesses, corporate businesses, and families. That's it. It had nothing else inside of there. There might have been a few other little things, but that was it. It was to fight the virus. Then the Democrats are like, well, let me see it. Let's see what we need to put in there. And that is now why the thing has dangum near almost more than half, almost 3/4 higher than what the original bill was for $850 billion, which is still a ton of money. But real quick, I'm going to play Tucker Carlson, who talks about it just for a split second. Guys, listen to this just for a second. He talks about a lot of the things that the Democrats have added into this bill.
The country through this disaster. No. It's that long because House Democrats have crammed it with totally unrelated political priorities. Identity politics, stoking racial division as usual, global warming, open borders. You should read it. Here's just some of what you'll find if you do. The bill would require every corporation that receives coronavirus aid to have officers and a budget dedicated to diversity and inclusion initiatives for a minimum of 5 years after they get the money, because that is going to keep America healthy and prosperous, just like it has. More bean counters making sure you're the right color before they give you a job. Okay. Companies would also have to produce elaborate racial reports for the government listing the skin color and the sex of their officers and boards of directors. They have to prove they give enough money to firms owned by women and non-whites, and of course, how much they spend on diversity initiatives. In all, this bill uses the words diverse or diversity more than 60 times. What does it have to do?
So more than 60 times does it talk about race, diversity, and all that. Nothing about the virus. I mean, I'm sure there was a few lines that was put in there about the virus, but 60 times talking about something that is right now, we're not worried about that. We'll get to that once we get the pandemic gone. That's small potato stuff. We're not worried about that right now. So that's kind of where the Democrats see this. And guys, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. The Democrats just use the American people to extort the Senate and the Democrats, or the Republicans and the president. They just use the American people as a leverage. They just used us for leverage. They're like, you want this? Well, before we help the people, you're going to give us what we want. And when I say we, I mean them as the Congress Democrats, Senate Democrats. Ridiculous. I am not a bargaining chip here. I am not a leverage. That person sitting up there at the hospital with the coronavirus is not a bargaining chip. They may need that money desperately. So politics is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life on this planet. It is disgusting what Nancy Pelosi is doing. Oh, it is disgusting to use us, to use our suffering, the people suffering, all these people in the United States who have the virus, who's scared of the virus, who's hiding from the virus, who's had to stop their lives, who's been laid off, who's going to be laid off, companies shutting down, 2 businesses in Union County already shut down, really 3 that's already shut down because of this virus. Excuse me, but piss on you. We're going to get what we want first, and then we'll give you what you want. That's extortion, guys. That's extortion at its peak. But it's illegal. You know why it's illegal? Because it's Congress. They can do it, and they can make it look like, well, this is an agreement to come upon a bill. No, that's extortion. That's you using me as leverage. That's you using that poor woman in that hospital as leverage. That's you using these people who have died from this virus as leverage. You're disgusting. Disgusting. I mean, it's... I'd forget the whole bill. I mean, $2 trillion in debt. $2 trillion. And you got to go and watch the video. I'm not going to play the whole thing with Tucker Carlson, but you got to go listen to it with some of the other things that they're trying to put in there. It's ridiculous. Parent Planhood, which has absolutely, what does abortions got to do with controlling the coronavirus? It has nothing to do with that right now. Nothing. It's sick. So sick. Right now, you got BMW that's down. G-Stamp will be going down because they're a part of BMW. We got 3 restaurants here in town that are down. I believe it's China One, Cooper's Grub Hub, and I cannot ever remember the buffet place right next to the theater. They're actually down right now as well. And I've got some, I'm not going to talk about, we have a huge restaurant here in town, and huge. One of our biggest restaurants that have been around for a very long time. And they have said that there's a high possibility that if they are forced to close down or have to close down due to this virus, they may not open back up. And I'm not going to say it because I agreed to them that I wasn't going to talk about that right now. If they wanted to announce that, they can. A big restaurant here in town. Big one. Okay. So guys, listen to me. This thing, this and that. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to write it down. I swear to God, I'm going to remember it, but, scary, you know? So make sure that we're supporting our restaurants because they need us. They need us desperately. Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely disgusting. It's shameful. It's embarrassing. Other countries are sitting there watching us fight amongst each other while our people are dying and laughing, and they're sitting there going, and yet you have your troops over here in my country telling me how to run my country? That's what I'd be looking at it like. You can't even run your own. That'd be like your neighbor who had to walk through knee-high grass telling you to, you know, Kyle, you need to pull them few weeds up out of your yard. Hold up. What? What? You know, so hopefully this thing will get straightened out, man, but I don't see it. But to the news that most of y'all are probably wanting to hear about, I have some good news. I mean, you can take it how you want. We are actually going to be interviewing Jamie Davis's previous boss, the sheriff that worked in North Carolina. He's a great guy, Chef Ralph Kersey. We're going to have him on. Hopefully I have him on. It won't be Thursday because we're going to be live on location. It could possibly be Tuesday, but I had another live on location planned for that one. But we may have to delay that back so we can get Mr. Ralph on. And Mr. Ralph is going to talk to us about the whole situation with Jamie Davis. The reason he hadn't been on sooner is that he was waiting for the SBI to finish their investigation that was open due to the fact of Jamie Davis. It is now cleared. So That's the reason why I have not said a word about Mr. Davis. We're gonna get a lot of things clear, a lot of things that he's sitting there talking about, lying about. We're gonna get all that clear. And I said I would not talk about Jamie Davis until I had something big, and this is as big as it gets. To have an interview with his previous boss, and he's going to discuss the things that he can. Obviously, there's going to be some things he can't because, you can't violate certain privacy rights, but he's going to talk about as much as he can through the legal ways. So that's going to be great. I am ready for that one. I have had the pleasure of talking with this gentleman. He is a very nice man. Just in the way of the storm of what is Jamie Davis. You know what I mean? So hopefully we'll get him on very, very soon. Oh yeah, Amanda. He's going to do his best to try to cover it up, but this man right here is going to bring nothing but the truth to y'all. He's going to tell it straight from his mouth, his experience of what exactly happened. Now that the investigation's over, he's now allowed to talk about it. I'm pretty sure the SBI also in itself probably wants it out there because, Jamie Davis made some pretty heavy allegations against, these people. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. So to kind of wrap up here, like I said, I just wanted to give an update. Guys, do not fret. And also, I did want to get another update. Grocery stores. I was able to talk to a few of them today. They are saying that stock is actually in good shape right now. Now they are still running out because you got to remember that they're still playing catch up. But they said that this last stock that they got this past Monday, it lasted through the week longer than it has for the past 3 weeks. So doing their limits and everything is looking good. They say they seem like everybody's kind of simmering down a little bit and understanding that there's no shortage in food, that will continue on no matter what. They are essential. They're not going away. Just continue doing what you're doing. They said that they can definitely see a slowing of the hoard buying is what he called it. So let's see what everybody said as the owner of T&L. Okay, here we go. William Johnson just says, as the owner of T&L Diner in Jonesville, we will be closing after Sunday lunch service until this is over. We've been here almost 33 years, and we will reopen once everything clears up. My employees have young kids, and I couldn't live with myself if anyone got sick from customer interaction. We will be back. So, that it sucks, but I get it. It sucks so bad. I get it, though. I do get it. Hopefully they'll be back sooner than later. But that sucks. You know what I mean? There's no other word, and I'm sure it'll say the same. This sucks. But and I can't think of a more better word. It just really, really sucks. Hopefully they'll be back soon. Hopefully all these restaurants will be back. But the one that I want to tell you, I can't, but man, that one scares me more than any of them because they've been around for years and years and years, and possibly talking about just closing for good due to this, man. So hopefully that does not happen and we can get back to being as normal as we can. The prisoner situation, I have gotten no clarification on that. A report was given in the Go Upstate, which was Spartanburg Herald. Then our local sheriff's Facebook says they disputed that he did not say that. Let me remind you that the sheriff has no control over when a prisoner gets out. Frank Hart has no control over when a prisoner gets out. Frank is over the jail, but the only people that can truly release somebody is the judge. Now, could Frank Hart and Sheriff Taylor possibly go and talk and, they come to an agreement and the judge, okay, this guy here, not really a violent criminal, his first time, let's go ahead and let him out. Is that possible? Absolutely. There's probably a lot of people in jail right now that shouldn't be there. I mean, don't forget, we have one guy sitting in jail for moving a political sign. Clearly a guy who should not have even went through the process of being booked in, other than take his fingerprint, take a picture, and send him home. There is no need. And that guy sitting in jail as long as he did. It's ridiculous. It is beyond ridiculous. I don't care who he is. I don't care if the guy's sign that he picked up was somebody that I will vote for. It doesn't matter. That should have never happened. It was a bad, poor choice. And people are going to try to argue on both sides, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But either way, that guy should have never, ever put on a jumpsuit, or, if you want to call it that, whatever they're called. He shouldn't have never had to put that on. Not worthy whatsoever of going to jail. Something like that should be a fine. I understand how the law is written, but that does not mean that it's right. Okay? That's just my opinion, though. Union County News had a quote from Taylor. I believe that was from Spartanburg Herald. Now, I don't know about Union Time. I haven't seen anything. There could be. I might have missed that. But, somebody posted, some statements about legally of being able to put a sign in certain places. We're trying to get the right information about that. Like, because somebody put a law up there, but it was for advertising. It's not political signs. See, I do believe that political signs kind of fall into another statute. Now, I could be completely wrong, but I think it does. So I don't want to sit here and pretend like this is wrong. What he did was wrong. He shouldn't have did this. I just want to say to any person running, whatever you're running for, sheriff or whatever, if you're going to put a sign up and you're very close to someone's home, won't you be courteous? First off, go knock on their door. You're out there campaigning. Go, hey, excuse me, my name is Mr. Brandon. I'm here, I'm just letting you know that I'm running for sheriff. I wanted to let you know that I'm going to be putting a sign right here above your house. Though it's not on your property, I just want to, I just want to let you know, and if you have any objections, I'll be glad to hear it. But I found this spot right here to be a good place for some advertisement. Do you mind? I cannot see you going up to somebody's house. Not too many people. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's some out there that would go, no, absolutely. It's not on my property. That's fine. Glad you came and knocked. And guess what? You may turn the vote. You may turn a vote. You may do that. You may gain a vote. Well, that guy's real courteous. Be nice. Thank you, please. All that good stuff. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. That stuff goes a long way. Just because you believe that you have full authority to do something does not mean you should do it. You get what I'm saying? Just be courteous. Be courteous. Gary says 33 feet from edge of 33 feet from edge of road to property line. And there are conflicting things about that, but that is usually the rule. 33 feet. The highway department, they own that first part of your property there, but it's still your property. If somebody was to put something on your property in that area that does not belong to the highway department, like a stop sign, yield sign, something like that, then it can't be on your property unless you give them permission. But if the highway department, state, puts something there that's needed, like street sign, something like that, then yes, you can't do nothing about it. Like I have my rental property in Monarch. It not only does it have a stop sign in it, it also has a fire hydrant in it. Can't do nothing about it. It's in my yard. Can't do nothing about it because that's their property, But it made my insurance very cheap because fire hydrant's right there. I don't think they should put it in people's yards, even if it's not technically their yard. It's still their property and in front of their house. I don't like it. Yes. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Have courteousness. I mean, a lot of people are just letting everybody put, a bunch of signs. I've seen a lot of people with multiple signs for sheriff in their yard. And that's great too. I love people like that. They're open-minded. They want it to be fair. And our debate is still set for May the 16th. Nothing's changed yet. Will it change? Probably. It probably will change. But right now it's still set for May the 16th. Unless things just get better soon, it's probably going to have to move a little bit. But as of right now, it's still May the 16th. Kindness goes an extreme amount a long way. Guys, I know I get on here and sometimes I can rip into somebody, but a lot of times it's well put. But if they come in, if I talk to them, I'm going to be polite to them as much as I can. But that's, you can rip anybody, you can rip anybody at any time you want. No name calling, none of that stuff. You can say something they did. Well, that was stupid. Why did you do that? That's okay, because sometimes people make stupid decisions. It's okay, but when you're in front of somebody, be courteous. You may hate them on the inside. Be courteous. Goes a long way. That's me. Any of them could put a sign up in my yard. Exactly, man. I'm when I get all their signs, I'm going to put them up here at the store. Put everybody's sign up here. Let it be fair because I'm not going to be biased in any way, shape, or form. Everybody's welcome to advertise as much as they can. Everybody get a fair chance at winning. Let the people decide. It's not, it's not for a media to be biased and persuade other people to vote for somebody that you want. Because I have no dog in this fight. I don't really. I know all of I know Jeff. I know Tom. I know John. I know Robbie. Just from living here. You kind of know them. Do I know them all personally? No, I don't know them all personally. I know Tom probably a little bit more than the others. Simple fact that me and his brother went to school together. That's it. We were friends when we were younger. That's about it. But no personal relationship with any of them. Yes, God, please. I hope they come and pick them things back up. A lot of them just like leaving them. Oh, please come get them. So, guys, that's my update. To recap real quick, the one case has officially been verified by DHEC of coronavirus. Another one is being monitored. Again, don't fret. This was coming. DHEC has predicted 9 to 10 cases for Union County right now. That could possibly go up. Also, be prepared for a 2-week. It keeps looking like it. And guys, I'm at the point, let's just get it over with. The longer we wait, the more this spreads and the longer we're going to have to continue waiting during this lockdown. If he's got it on the docket, let's just do it. Get it over with. Don't eat my, the spring, the summer where people can get out and do things with their families. Don't eat into that more than you already have. Before it gets too damn hot for people to be able to do things. Let's do this. Let's get it over with. Let's get manufacturing back up, back running like it should be. Let's get past this 2-week thing that they're just itching to do. If they want to do it, let's just get it over with. Let's just get it over with and be done with it. But that interview with Jamie Davis's previous boss, Sheriff Ralph Kersey, will be coming up possibly next week. We'll let everybody know before that one. That's going to be a really good interview. Like I say, a really good guy. Just like I say, continue doing what you're doing. Shop normal. Clean your hands, wash your hands, whatever you got to do. And one more time, the plead. And I've got a bunch of gloves up here donated by Wayne from Kirby's. Mama brought some. Jerry gave some. I found a box. I went ahead and took my box over here to the city. And Lee, my cousin, Lee Brannon, he's wanted to have people at EMS. He's going to take them. He said that he's going to put them in bags, divide them among everybody because he knows exactly who needs what. So he's going to make sure that they're dispersed where they need to be. I thank Lee for helping me with that because I want all these EMS firefighters because, guys, you got to listen. If they get sick, because you got to understand, they're out there in this. If a call is to be made to somebody who has a fever, it isn't me and you going to see, it's them. So they've got the highest chance of contracting this disease or virus, excuse me. So they need all the protection they can get. If they can't come out to you, nobody's going to be able to if they're all sick. So if you have gloves, sanitizer and disinfectant is what's being requested the most. Gloves are great too, but hand sanitizer and disinfectant, whether it's wipes or spray, whatever you may have, please, you can bring it up here. Like I said, I bought about $500 worth for them. I'm waiting for them to get here and get them to them as soon as I can, because guys, they're here to protect us and they need our help. They need our help. I mean, for once we can help them instead of the other way around, them helping us. So Buffalo, Jonesville Fire Department, Crosskeep, wherever your local fire department is, Monarch, call them. Say, hey, do you need anything? Is there anything that I can maybe try to find that you may need if I'm out? Help them out. You don't have to come through me to do it. Just find out. Your local sheriff's office, the city police department, all of them. They could really, really need your help. And I think Wayne from Kirby's so much, he donated a tremendous amount of gloves. That was just so wonderful of him. And we'll get them to EMS and all of them as soon as possible, because they need it bad. They have got to protect themselves, guys. Otherwise, if that shuts down, holy crap. Now, you want to talk about a pandemic. Now, do I see that happening? No. But if they all get sick, I'm not coming out there, because I don't even know CPR. I don't think I need to learn that. But I don't. So let's help protect them. Whatever you can do. If you've got one pair of rubber gloves left in the box, take it to them. If you can spare it, take it to them. That's better than nothing. Okay. So thank y'all. I appreciate it. Cindy says, yes, a 38-year-old EMS died, and I think it was in New York. It was a hot spot. Exactly. Carrie and Jason says, I work with over 300 people from all counties. Exactly. I mean, these people, they need our help, and it's okay for them to ask us for help. There's more of us than there are them, and they need help. Right now, every government facility basically is begging for gloves and stuff. So they're going to disperse these things to the places that are needed most. First, hospitals, and then, like she said a second ago, hot spots. New York, California, where it's the worst, they're going to obviously be priority. So right now, they need our help, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. So I appreciate them coming to me, giving me the opportunity to help them. I will do whatever I can, and I love them, and hopefully everybody stays safe there, and we can get back to normal soon. So guys, share this with as many people as you can. I'll be back tomorrow night. We'll be at La Fogata's, as long as everything is as it is now. We'll be at La Fogata's live for an hour. We'll be doing another again, paying it forward, helping out local business. Let's keep this going. And I am requesting, not telling, requesting these other media outlets, get your butt out there and help them too. Please get out here and help these restaurants. They need you right now. They have been helping you advertise for years and years and years. Do something. And I'm not talking about just put a free ad in your paper. Get out there. Get out there. Find a way to do a live broadcast, WBCU, at some of these places. I mean, papers, I understand that that's all you really can do is put an ad in there, but figure out something. Help these restaurants, help these businesses that are struggling right now, because they've been helping you for years. Now it's your turn to help them when they need it. Help them out. Please help them out. And if you already are, great. Let's just do more. Let's do all we can. And guys, we thank y'all. How can I get a pizza? I won. Amanda, if you won that pizza, it's still sitting down there. It's already paid for. Just have your ID. All you got to do is contact them. I got your name wrote down, so you're good to go. That's right, Amanda. They have families. They got kids. They got mamas and daddies who have weak immune systems just like we do. So we got to protect them. Bailey, best I've heard is act as if you already have it. Don't go out and spread it. Rather than trying to prevent it, stay home. Exactly. If you don't need to go out, don't. Enjoy life home. Home life. Home life, enjoy it for a little while. Get to relax. If I was working, I was laid off, man, I wouldn't worry about them. Like, look, I'm laid off. I'm going to get paid unemployment. Maybe, again, don't get me wrong. I understand it's not going to be as much as you normally make. Just make the best out of a bad situation. Sit home, enjoy your family. That's a gift from God himself to give you time to enjoy each other. Sit outside, throw a ball with your kids, play the games with your kids. I don't care what it is. A lot of people want to talk about playing games. Hey, that's okay right now. Play games with your kids, get involved in them, because you don't get this. You don't get this often. So enjoy it. Take that side of it out of it instead of thinking about it as being stuck at home, without anything to do. Of course, you got things to do. Play games together. Find something to do. Okay? Guys, we love you. Shut up, Jerry. Jerry and his pizza and his Mexican. I'll buy you Mexican tomorrow, Jerry. Next podcast will be tomorrow night. We're going to try to do it at 6, and I'm so sorry about the phone. It's too far for me to reach to turn it off, so I'm going to try to talk between rings. But we'll be back tomorrow night at 6 p.m., and I'll have more information and hopefully a date on when we'll have the interview from Sheriff Ralph Kersey about Jamie Davis. So thank y'all for watching. We love y'all. Y'all take care. Have a good